Uh, my internet name is Chad the Alcoholic, and sorry, this table is wobbly. It's kind of funny. Can you tell?
Well,
It's
when you
kind
wobble it, I can tell, but when you don't wobble it, it's okay.
of. I found your channel by first. It's like this weird thing that a lot of people who seem to be gathering in the corner, this little corner, uh, as an AA member with fellow AA members, we try to steer.
I guess that was one of them spoiler alerts there. I hope you can hear me.
Hey there, I'm Chad the Alcoholic, and the creator of the Friday Morning Nameless channel. I'd like to welcome you to join us for the latest and greatest and most up-to-date information about all the things happening in this corner of the internet. I want to thank you for your time and your attention.
Yes, precisely. No. I typed an O into the optimal grip. No, not into the optimal grip. Into the browser. I typed an O into the browser, right? And I got the back up now. Okay. And instead of getting what I hoped to get, I got my Odyssey channel. I don't know if you know it existed. There's actually two, and on one of them, there's an exclusive interview with that Claire Cow lady and I. It's also on the After Dark channel where I did a bunch of AI stuff. But what I meant to actually show you and share with you in the pap smear monster kind of way is what happened in our. Hey, maybe that works. It was over in Owl Bear Rodeo today. The password, of course, is VNA. And welcome to this virtually not alone experience. I guess I should have given you savings throws already. These won't be the official savings throws of the show, but I think it's appropriate that I let you know that we can choose which of the four die to throw as survival, social, wisdom, and wait, no. Why? All right, replay. Hold on. Wait, hold on. What?
Well, howdy, Rascal.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts. Others will awaken.
All right. Now, all right. How's this working out? Did you know that, like, theoretically, if you went to the Buy Me a Coffee website and sent a thing while this was on the screen, not when I was playing a clip, thanks, that it would show it like almost a ghetto super chat. That's a neat thing. Where we could do man, it's so long since we've done a Monster Party, right, Bill? Oh, there's even a Monster Party brand board. But no, but at least for savings throws, don't you know? I thought that I'd let you know because of the story I want to tell about what happened tonight. The reason I have so much energy and excitement. But anyway, it's always an option. We do savings throws where this one is survival. This one is social. This one is wisdom. And this one is heart. Or maybe we have a wooden heart. We have some options, not as many as you would like. We make it a wooden heart. And so we could do that, yes, as a savings throw option. And I don't know if it would be better for you guys, is the thing, right? Because that's my goal, is to make it better for you. So if you like this better than the in-person method, where like this would be all cheers, like you'd have that option. But I personally prefer we do our savings throws live and on the die that you see before you thusly. And so we will do the traditional savings throws versus mind control, don't you know? Right after this. Hey, it's Philotimo. Philo Timo. Hey, Tim, what's up? If you feed cows to cows, then feed the cows to people. Their brains get spongy. I learned that from I don't know. I'm eating Ted Turner's bison mostly. It is tradition for me to make light of the severity of the mind control of what is to come on these streams, and in those cases, it has always been appropriate. However, tonight I must inform you that these are rather serious, rather important saves versus the mind control, because we're exploring something together where I have not yet ventured to make sure it is safe for you in any way, shape, or form. It hasn't been pre-filtered, this quest we're engaging on tonight on this adventure. So invest heartily in your savings throws versus the mind control this evening. That will be with a choice of survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis for your savings throw. If it's over 10, you take half damage from the mind control that follows. If it's under 10, you take full damage. But remember, Embody, even though we're venturing into unknown territory, we want what's best for you. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Survivalists tonight. This is what is known colloquially as a nat 20. I can't get it to focus, baby, but me. There you go. Socialists tonight. A heavy 4 for you. What's the best focusing you can do? Practice, practice, tried and true. Send me a coffee, why won't you? Lovers of wisdom. The die roll was a 16. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna focus on this wisdom tonight, and it's apparently gonna take me a second. So in the meanwhile, that perhaps a 16. A 16. Art folks, for you, my beloved art folks. A 12. That's a 16 for the lovers of wisdom and a 12 for the art folk. Indigo, folks. That's an 18 tonight. You'll be fine. Really, only the socialists are going to suffer, which is nice.
Fuck what you heard! It's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. Listen, it's what you hearing.
I'm hearing a couple things in that. I'm hearing beauty plays a role.
Of course.
I'm hearing also that whatever the subjective character of the experience that is elicited by the encounter is itself a measure of the value of the encounter, and is itself a measure of whatever the potential value is in continuing the relationship.
Right. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen.
So tonight we're going to do the even this acronym Pirate Day 23. It's a call out for LARPgate Season 4. That's when the seasons change on Pirate Day, and that's when we officially launch and without the ETA, Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal production executive to make all of this possible. And now the story the story I first attempted to relate. The reason the stream came together tonight was because this fine, hey, get out of here. This fine creature, come here, give me this one, dude. This fella came into being, and he is my mutant friend, the brute in my Friday game, who managed to mutate and grow another 10 feet taller before his adventure next week. And it was just a beautifully orchestrated game with all the drama one would expect when fighting a flying killbot with your friends when all you have is armor and a wooden sphere. And now, so with that explanation of thus the energy we had to do the show today, I attempt to evoke a virtually not alone experience with this bubble thusly. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep from the mountains of faith to a river so deep. I must be looking for something, but the river is wide and it's too hard. Oh, something sacred I lost. I lost it so hard I even skipped the line in the lyrics. Maybe that was a sly way of avoiding the copyrights. Can I give Ardleyan some of my survival points, rats? Rats, no, but you can hold his hand and you can do CPR. You can flip his body over at the end. It's all quite elaborate. Before we get into the heart of the big mind control scary stuff, which involves the adventure into the coded message that was revealed to me when I discovered that despite beginning my Twitter Tarot project live hot on Twitter, I had never bothered like a good huckster to play solitaire. And it turns out I wasn't playing with a full deck. And so since 5 cards were missing, this is clearly a message that we can decipher together at the end of the show. But for this part of the Fancy Pants episode of this the Shivawatts stream, which I have as, look at this, I saved it, Santo. The Shivawatts stream. Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. Oh, right. But first, we as I have teased, if you were here from the beginning, like someone who wants big bonuses to their saving throws, Chad has appeared on the meaning code in Mosque, and previously in my life, I began doing a distillate, which the Reapers among us who hang on the Discord shall know, is like you take this thing and extract the key moments to convey an important message you found therein. And as such, I began a nice thick distillate with several clips of this visit with Chad. I only got 15 minutes in, but here's a taste of that delicious distillate as it was so far.
My internet name is Chad the Alcoholic, and sorry, this table is wobbly. It's kind of funny. Can you tell?
Well, when you wobble it, I can tell, but when you don't wobble it, it's okay.
I found your channel by first. It's like this weird thing that a lot of people who seem to be gathering in the corner, this little corner, as an AA member with fellow AA members, we try to steer away from getting into talking about politics or religion or things like this, because it's different between him and I, because we're best friends, and but like in a meeting or as a group, AA has no position at all, has no opinion on religion or medicine or politics or any of that stuff. So like, oh, it's Jordan Peterson, and kind of sick of parrots, like I think that's kind of how we're in some of the trouble that we're in now, is just all this quick, easy language, parroting. It's Jordan Peterson. I'm like, but he's like, oh, it's Jordan Peterson. And it's like, okay. So I started listening to Jordan Peterson, was really intrigued by the biblical series. And from there, I did listen to some Paul Vanderklay at first, but then I think I like something about him at that time annoyed me, so I just stopped listening to him, and I just continued to listen to Peterson. And so whenever.
So as you can see, you extract some of the things. Like if it was not a thick distillate, but just a distillate or a fine distillate, buddy. Here, your Buy Me a Coffees go to help support this guy too. His name is Buddy the Cat. Yes, that's what I use you for. You're a +3 to heart movements. You look at the kid over here. Shameless. I'm shameful. But Stubbs asks, how is it that you're up? How is it that you're still awake? As I explained earlier, there was the creation of our brand new hero, Slim Flickens, who can detect invisible creatures with the flick of his reptilian mutated tongue, in the special character class of Lacarious's D&D-esque game adventure crawling that I do on Friday nights like a champ. Plus, I've received some power items that I'll just flash before you and establish in the lore in the lore that also imbue me with enough that no, sir, that is a thick distillate. Were it a thin distillate, I would have probably left off the part about how he listened to Vanderclay and then stopped. You know, that was something you leave in for a thick distillate and take out of a thin distillate. Now before what? Apparently these fellers need attention, so I will give you the first. Now, personally, I did watch like one or two of the last, and I've recently approached Justin's Morning Coffee about doing a StreamYard's webinar on which of the clips the Reapers should clip out of the last three of these Pastor Paul Vanderclay videos. The most recent of which he has decided to name uh, From Family Grieving to Chaos and Leaving, which was like so offensively crafted, like that it was crafted thusly so beautifully was the I don't know. It felt inappropriate to have it crafted, but so I was offended and didn't watch it. But this is like the third in a trilogy of the drama that is played out in his actual like in meat space where people share food and stuff and the blood communion and whatnot and love each other. Their church is getting divorced, and it's like his take on it from an insider point of view. And I'm like, hey, Justin, do you want to do a seminar where we say what pieces we cut of that out when we make a documentaries? Because you make a skill check, you do an ask. That's pretty much how it works. Here's here's his intro for that, and we'll see what you think.
This is Paul. I wanted to do a bit of a video on Thursday at Synod. Thursday was a huge day, and the events of Thursday are reverberating around the denomination in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different corners. I've been talking to some of the synodical delegates who are going home. I'll be having some phone calls with some. I'll probably have some on the channel. It's obviously different being there than it is watching on YouTube. There are many, many, many different opinions as to what happened. There are rumors. It's kind of a mess. I described it Thursday on Twitter as if Wednesday felt like a funeral, Thursday feels like when a fight breaks out at a funeral. And as a pastor, that happens sometimes. Dramatic things happen at funerals. Families fight at funerals. And in some ways,
I'll take your word for it there, Pastor Paul. So that's going on, fellas. And I don't know. It's beautiful. Like it was heart-wrenching. It was heart-wrenching to see because like the first thing he puts out is this beautiful Mr. Smith goes to Washington moment on this other issue about how like they need to get back to preaching the gospel, y'all. And then like this whole train wreck of day 3 and Wednesday and Thursday has been like, I don't know. It's it's guilt. I feel bad. It's heart-wrenching. It's how does our emotional investment in these other people's lives actually play out? Is it the same thing as praying for them?
Don't worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
See? It's okay. We saw it on the television.
Mm-hmm. You ever think that clip was longer? Son of what do you got? We got more than one branding? No, stop it. What? Hey, welcome, guys. This is some kind of special, virtually not alone. Oh, it's the Shivawatts stream that happened at this hour. And next, we were going to show them about something we haven't also yet watched, but was taken in by the title of, because it seems like our good friend, who we don't know, but listen to sometimes on the YouTube, Collective Dismal, has come out with what he has called the post-nuclear family. And I'll see how much of it I can play before I have to stop.
Coming to you live on the Daily Dismal, back once again. And today we have the third part of our series on the nuclear family and the post-nuclear family, the third and final installment. And this is obviously going to be the most important of the three. So just a few announcements before we dig in. Number one,
the list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room?
I want to cast magic missile. A room where
is also another.
Boy, howdy, I wonder if he's gotten past the announcements in the 40 seconds I just fast-forwarded through. Remember.
It's a digression.
All right, here's 2 minutes deep with our friend, this guy, Collective Dismals.
Theory, and I'm going to go way further into this than anybody has ever come close to. It's going to be an extremely articulate and introspective look at face theory, and hopefully I could put that theory to rest. I really don't like it. It kind of annoys me, but that's a digression. Anyways, just to recap the first two videos in the series, number one, I kind of went into detail and explained how parental rights are more or less illusory. The state has a lot more say-so in how your children are raised than people would probably like to admit. And that's probably always been the case. It's not that parental rights are being stripped away. It's that
given the Damocles blade of two strikes over me, that's probably enough of that. But he's a perspective you sure don't hear about when people are arguing over their interdenominational biabi. And even though I know the river is wide, I walk down every evening and I stand on the shore and try to cross to the opposite side so I can finally find what I've been looking for. Do you have anything else? No. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us beautifully to the Twitter Tarot adventure we're going to go on together tonight. Because this, I began to try to do the Twitter Tarot experiment. Let me show you what that was all about. As it turns out, if we visit over here, not over here, but to perplexity, perhaps, I find it excellent for these sorts of things. Oh, why are you showing me Grizzly stuff? Are you listening? Are you always listening? What's the matter with you? Why are you listening? The meaning of the numbered cards in the tarot. We revealed some interesting results. For example, that the number 10 was completion or finality, and it maps the suits of the clubs to the wands, and the diamonds to the pentacles, and the cups to the hearts, and the other one to the other one. Yes. And so what came up with the card I pulled to do the Twitter Tarot experiment was the 10 of diamonds here.
Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Okay, and so like in the way that earth, wind, and fire are each represented, that the diamond and the pentacles is the representative of earth or material blood. So a 10 material blood, I said in my Twitter Tarot experiment, your last saved photo is a symbolic representation of fulfillment of your material goals and dreams. And it was thereafter I began, like a good huckster, to play a game of what we call solitaire, huckster solitaire with the cards. And in doing so, I determined that it was not a full deck, and that the missing cards were as described here in this one, with the nine of clubs, the two of spades, which was the other one, and the queen and king of diamonds. And so I thought it'd be fun and exciting to figure out what the secret message of the missing cards was together on this weird ass stream. And 7 is completion in the Hebrew numbers hopscotch. The hopscotch in the Kabbalah, a song and a tweet by you. So we'll be exploring the definitions according to this AI deathbot, and and seeing what the coded message of the missing cards was right after what after what? I don't know. Run something else. What's come out? So here's some Vervaeke stuff. Play with your practices.
Taoism, you can think about, the very famous yang yin symbol, with the black and the white, and the black dot and the white dot, and the white dot and the black area, right? Showing that they're flowing, they have this flowing balance, and they interpenetrate each other. We're trying to get a mind that is open, yet centered and stabilized. It can flow out into yang, but it can also return to yin. And it has these so that they interpenetrate each other. Now, how would you do this practice? Well, first of all, you go through your centering practice. You do all 3 centers. I won't repeat that now, but you make sure you center.
I will. When they test you medically, you're supposed to be alert and oriented to time, place, and person. We do it like with 3 ohms. Ready? Here we go. Wait, branding first? Yes, of course, branding first. Which one?
I'm gonna have a look at you.
They don't get encouragement. And people need so little encouragement. It's just unbelievable.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
No, but this is how we do. Oh, oh, when my thoughts escaping. Oh, where my music's playing. Oh, that's how we orient to the 3-way thing. I think he does it different, though.
Your mind and body. You center your attention. You center your attitude. Get centered. And then I'm going to describe the practice to you and what it looks like, what it feels like. So let's say you're...
Not here, you're not, but if you check back tomorrow in the description, there'll be a link to where that goes. Thanks, John. He's that guy. I met him in person, and now I bother him on weekly or monthly or whenever he does those. Like I left Patreon in the big huff and opened this buy me a coffee thing where like I've met 3 people have come over and joined the Shadow Cabal. But then I went back and took their stuff and gave it back to Patreon so I could pester him with fascinating questions, because that's sort of what I do around here. What's this one? No, that's all. These are all quiet. Go to what do you have in the Monster Party one? Nothing. You have just a countdown. Thursday? Vega. Let's go to Vega for a second. Why? Because it's your show and this is how you do. Hi, everybody. This is how we do. You guys want another set of saves? Your experience with previous co-hosts, which is like 2 now. What communication styles have proven most effective in engaging with our audience and complementing your own style? Style. I can see my own style only through filthy mirror. And I can see my own style only through a filthy mirror.
I've been over there this morning too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, everybody, to this clusterfuck, even this acronym Pirate Day 23. The Shivawatts stream, as I was reminded that I had starred, that Santanio had been excited about way back in the beginning. And as such, let me get to it. What had happened was, if you have it on your telephone, there's the YouTube Studio app, and like, when a comment was made by one Ant Cuck, Alan Watts and Shiva, please play as say more. Thanks, Ant Cuck, for saying that. And when the app first presented it to me, it's like, respond with the shorts, Mr. Fancy Pants. But now, when I return to it days later, it no longer offers me the option to respond with the short. So instead, I respond thusly with the name of the stream, which excited one San Antonio, and it's Shivawatts. And it's about how in this little corner, we don't often talk about Shiva and how they did the dance for it in the CERN promotions and those sorts of things, as though this little corner were a limited hangout where we talked about some things, but not other things. And similarly, the work of Alan Watts, as we were happily to mention whatever Jean says about AI, and that his third option in his response to me in the Q&A was exactly what happened in the movie Her. These things, so that is the extent of Shivawatts. Alan Watts is somebody that, like, anybody exploring our nonsense around this little corner is actually likely to receive as a suggestion by the algorithm. They're more likely to be exposed to that level of mind control. And beautifully, one of my personal heroes of the corner, one Jonathan Dumier, has assembled for me a piece he'll be happy I ran, I suspect. And so here's a little bit of Watts in service to the Shivawatts title of this sheep. No, that's quit clicking.
Can we add angels into the conversation?
Oh, all right.
Sure.
Hold on. Hold on. First of all, John requests a special roll of savings throws if I ran this stuff, as I recall. So specifically against Dumier's mind control. Here's a fast one. Run. A fast one. Run. Survival, social wisdom, heart choose. That's 9, 3, 5, 4. Nobody's making it out of this alive unless you've got your bonuses from chatting into Hive Mind. Indigo kids are, though, with a pair of eights. Here's hot off Dumier's fresh press, angels and demons.
obviously we have to talk about these things now. I think it's important for people to understand the traditional difference between an angel and a demon, for example, like to understand why we have that difference. And one of them has to do with what you said. One of them is the notion that like this grasping towards our desires, right? So it's like our fears, our desires, or whatever, you grasp them. And when you grasp them and you think that they're the thing, like they're the thing that will provide everything for you, right? That's why addiction functions that way, right? It's like, if I just, just this beer is going to solve my problem, right? Well, you don't think that, but we act that way, right? We act as if this thing is, I'm going to put all my desires and my being into this thing because
go check it out and find out why. I found what I was looking for with regards to the Allen and the Watts. His work, The Dream of Life, old school, 1 year ago, Dumir. Ladies and gentlemen, some Watts.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure you could conceive. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? Then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you...
And that further, you'd go prodigal. You go prodigal with your bloody dreams, don't you know? Prodigal with your bloody dreams, don't you know? So they're in service of the Watts part of the Shivawatts. Then I guess the only thing I can do as an attempt to deliver on the Shiva portion of it and the back of my claim, CERN opening ceremony. No, wait, the CERN commercial dance actually is the evidence I'm looking for. Let's see if YouTube still gives it. Let's see if we can still find it. The CERN dance opera film. Let's look. Let's watch together. Oh, look at all the awards it got. Look at all the fancy pants awards. Where's the little fella? There he is. There he is. Here he goes. Oh, that looks like it feels good. What's going on here? There's a businessman, but he's also the guy that dances the Shiva dance in front of the CERN collider. And then there's a black hand pushing him down, and he's dancing with his pants off in a circle with a figure in dark and walk around the oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I can't make commentary on that. So there's the Shiva part, guys. Shivawatts stream. Woo! Oh, yeah. LARP Year 4 is the Fallen version. I guess that's the big one. 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 I guess that. I guess that. I guess that's the big one. Too salty by half. Too salty by half is a valid accusation in the Hive Mind chat by Ardley, and that scores him a Fancy Pants +2. What do you guys think about the God Mask? Have any of you in the Hive Mind right now gone all the way over to the Substack and read the God Mask stuff? And if so, say something about it in the Hive Mind, and you'll get a +4 to the next set of saving throws. To the next set. Now, where's the banners? Turn this off. There you go. Okay. Okay. Oh, one of the other things you actually wanted to do, Grim, yes, was to go through. No, go the other way. What's the matter with you? Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Why are you doing this to me? Do this. Do that. Close that. No. Can you? I don't know how. Just do it anyway. We're going through. Thank you, Arlene, for your heartfelt, not pressured at all endorsement. I sincerely appreciate it. We're taking a swing by the good old, what we call the town square on the Broken Clock Tower Discord, and that's the only place where you're supposed to promote yourself, because the rest of the server is technically for promoting me, and is also a place where you can get merch and such. You come in on the porch, and then we bring you down into the Clock Tower Tavern where we do all the fancy pants talking. And if you're lucky, one day you get keys to the clip stream, yada yada yada. But way up here, right below the tavern, is the town square where you do your own self promotion. And Gavin obviously is quite frequently making submissions. But I dropped in here at the Justin's Morning Coffee channel. If you don't know it exists, and he's in the most recent Fringe Encounter. He's a documentarian. And here's a little bit of what that was. May cause seizures, apparently. Holy shit, dude. Excuse me.
It kind of shows you the legacy of these filmmakers that made films for the War Department, to kind of help you understand the context of what I'm about to propose about John Huston.
Stop thinking and follow me, cried Hitler. I will make you masters of the world.
Jiminy Crisp, it may be advisable to check out what's in the town square before you start running it there, pal. Yeah, I know. And the matter, like, that's whatever moved my hand, and as I said that, I accidentally closed the tab. So perhaps we shall now journey on to the secret message contained within the missing cards of the deck we did love so much. We flashed on the episode, the crossover episode of with me on Grail Country, which we shoot the sequel to in approximately 8 hours. The speaking on the fool in the tarot. Anyway, let us move on. We have some numerology performed by Ups, say our text to hex conversion, giving us a number that includes a 33, a 51, a 32, a 39, and a 4B, for whatever that's worth. That's as Greek to me as any of the other code. We're just dipping over to perplexity. And here's the number references in the code: a 9, a 2, a 3, which is culmination, partnerships, and creativity. And then we have the wands. What is the wands again? What are wands in spades? They're not spades. What are the other things? It's not. Well, what are they all? Pentacles? No. Yeah, pentacles and cups and the other one in tarot. I don't. Why is it? Whatever it is, it's not accessible to you at the moment. The swords. Apparently, I've lost. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Thoughts, words, and actions is the suit of swords, and we have a 2 and a 3 in the suit of swords, and this is how we do tarot. Partnerships and creativity across the internet, right? And so they're on the swords. Oh, obviously. What's the clubby one? The wands. Energy, motivation, and passion. My passion apparently is taking a 9, 9, 9, 9. Culmination. The culmination of my passion must be fast approaching, and that's the cups of a king and queen. And the cups is emotions, relationships, intuitions, and creativity. But they're not numbered, so I'll leave those as a mystery. But that seems to be the message we pulled out of this for me. Let me know if in the comments you disagree. Stream.
You know, they don't get encouragement. And people need so little encouragement. It's just unbelievable. And so